Yeah, Bryson Motts, can't say enough about our pitching. Another great outing by him, 6 innings, 3 hits, 9 Ks, 2 walks. Had 1 walk last week, and it's showing his improvement from last year. Commanding the strike zone, being able to throw a secondary pitch, for strikes. The changeup and the slider were good tonight. Ran some counts a little bit, but wasn't phased by it. And again, it shows his poise, his confidence, and his willingness to compete in the strike zone. And give ourselves a chance to win. Nice to see Simi get on the board with a homer, rocket out to left early on. Good swing by him. Just missed one last night. That heavy air, I think, knocked it down. So that was awesome to see. Especially like telling the guys tonight before the game, hey, let's strike first. And it's not a one man show. Our guys know that. Cody's scuffling right now a little bit, but late in the game, he's battling with 2 strikes and smokes a single to right to help us there. It's that 4-year veteran leadership. I'm really pleased with Caleb Ricketts, putting good swings on the ball, but he's getting his opportunity to catch, and I think he's doing a heck of a job behind the plate, especially catching our arms. And credit to him, because it's a reflection. It's like Shane McGuire last year. It's a reflection for our pitching staff. So I was really pleased with him and Cody up the middle as 4-year guys. Great to see Angelo Peraza. Hit a homer on 2 strikes, 3-2 count, and wasn't trying to do too much and stayed short and pump one out there for an insurance run in the 8th inning. And again, proud of our guys staying together. Things got a little shaky there. Thurman gets ejected, and our guys didn't flinch, and they responded. And Jack Hyde is inserted in the game there for the last 2 innings and just is pitching with conviction, and to see him just go right after guys and not be phased by having to come in the game there and help us get a victory.
It was obviously a passionate game, a lot of energy, a lot of emotions. You could feel it, definitely in the stadium. How important is it for your team to play an emotional game early in the season, and especially win an emotional game like tonight?
Huge. And I told the guys after, it's like life. You're going to be challenged. We talk about it all the time. Part of our core values, and that's competing. That's one of them. And no matter what, it's not nothing's going to be easy. And people are going to always be after us, and that's why we got to stay with each other, and that's why you got to compete one pitch at a time. There's no clock in this game. Just like last night, on the verge of coming back, trying to win. Almost did. But overcoming those challenges, the emotion, the other team can get to you, the umpires can get to you, but we have to stay with each other. And credit to our older guys. And if you guys were in that dugout to listen to what they were saying, and it was all positivity about stay with us. We got to win this game. It's about winning the game and finishing the deal. So I think it builds character. I think it builds toughness for our guys, and we just got to keep staying on the same page and moving forward.
A lot of college teams with younger players, obviously, when getting into it with another team or the other team, and an umpire might make them upset. Will falter, and you guys answered with a couple of runs, but more importantly, a very big home run in Angelo Peraza. And based on just my reaction from it, watching the passion that your team had with answering with the ability on the field instead of with their words. What take us through that at bat with Peraza, and what the dugout was like after that home run, because it seemed like, at least from the outside point, that your guys were fired up, that you guys answered with the bat instead of your mouth.
Yeah, and it's been a message we've been sending for the last whatever this last year about staying with us and letting our bat do the talking, if you will. Because you can get caught up in the rah rah and the John bench jacking back and forth, and we start doing that, then we get in trouble, and Thurman getting kicked out of the game for whatever reason. Obviously, that's a discretionary call there, but having our guys not feel sorry for themselves, not pout, and not get into to the emotion of it. And Peraza has been just been competing. I mean, the guy just puts competitive bats together. He can run, he can do things, he can handle the bat, he can bunt. And then he also has some power too. So just so happy for him. Being a football guy, right? He's a high school football player, has that grit, has that toughness, and it really showed in that at bat.
Let's talk about Kevin Sim for a second because with the way that he has developed preseason and now, I know the ultimate reward is not a home run, but what was it like to see him put one over the fence there?
Yeah, I think it's gratifying for him. He's been having good at bats. He's been getting into deep counts, just missing pitches, fouling pitches straight back. But he's plugging, he's working. And it was nice to see him in a 3-1 count there, a leverage count, not get too big, and just stayed short on it, and then jumped out of here. So I know that feels good for him. That guy's going to drive some runs in for us this year, in some big spots, and it was good to get that one off his back.